Afternoon, everybody. And Charlie, to answer your question, we're all hot anytime we step outside. We know that.
Terrible. Yeah.
Very good. I'd like to call this special meeting of the Texas State University Board of Regents to order. The agenda for this meeting was registered with Secretary of State on July the 9th. For the record, the date is July the 14th, and the time is 3:31. Would everybody please mute your phones unless you need to speak? And Laura will now take roll call.
Thank you, Chair Scott. I will start first with the Regent. Chair Scott. Chair.
Present.
Vice Chair Montaigne.
Here.
Regent Amato.
Here.
Regent Austin.
Here.
Regent Crane. Regent Crane, have you unmuted?
Here.
Thank you. Do we have Regent Edwards? Okay, no Regent Edwards. Regent Flores?
Present.
Thank you. Regent Harrell?
Here.
Thank you. Regent Tinsley?
Here.
Thank you. And again, welcome new student Regent Amanda Lee.
I'm here. Thank you.
Thank you. And now we'll do the Texas State University System staff. Chancellor McCall.
Here.
Dr. Hayek.
Here.
Daniel Harper.
Present.
Dr. Gomez.
Present.
Do we have Sean Cunningham on the call?
Here, I'm here.
Thank you, Sean. Mike Winnemute.
Here.
We have Derek Alexander.
Here.
We have Carol Fox.
Here.
And do we have any other system staff that I missed?
Nellie Avetta.
Pardon?
This is Nellie.
Oh, hi, Nellie. Nellie Herrera. Thank you. All right. And
Also,
now
this is Regent Edwards. I'm on the line as well.
Great. Thank you. I was going to ask if that was you who just joined. Thank you, Dr. Edwards. And now we'll move to our component institutions. Lamar University.
Ken Evans here.
Thank you. Sam Houston State University.
Yeah, Dana Hoyt here.
Thank you. And I also wanted to note we have Dr. Elisa White.
Thank you.
Phil Ross.
Rob Knukin.
Thank you. Texas State University.
Denise Strauss here, and I believe Jean Bourgeois is also on the line.
Okay, thank you. LIT.
Lonnie Howard.
Thank you, Dr. Howard. Lamar State College Orange.
Tom Johnson.
Thank you. And finally, Lamar State College Port Arthur.
Betty Renard.
Thank you, Dr. Renard. Chair Scott, that concludes roll call.
Thank you, Laura. We have a quorum present. The board may elect to go into executive session as authorized by Government Code 551 to consider personnel, legal, and real estate matters, or otherwise to consult with and seek advice of its legal counsel. The first item on our agenda is from the Texas State University System appointing Dr. Elisa White as president of Sam Houston State University. Chancellor McCall, please comment.
Sorry, I couldn't get off mute. Sorry. Well, first let me thank Chair Tinsley for chairing the committee, Regents Amato and Austin, and Student Regent Lee for serving on the committee. What an amazing job and what an amazing president we're getting. There were 120 I'm told, fantastic nominations, a lot of sitting presidents, and one clearly rose to the top, Dr. Elisa White. And I know that you're going to think that this committee did a miraculous job when you meet this fine leader and see what she's going to do going forward. We've been so lucky to have Dana Hoyt for these past 10 years, and to follow Dana with another president of such caliber is just a remarkable thing. I believe Dana Hoyt may be on the line as well. Are you, Dana?
Yes, sir, I'm here, Chancellor McCall.
Would you like to say anything as well?
Oh, absolutely. The interesting and wonderful part about this is that I know Dr. White from service on the ASCII board, and one of my first conversations with her was when she went in to lead Austin P, and it was actually a football conversation for a couple of you on the phone. So I know she's going to do a phenomenal job here at Sam Houston, and we've had some conversations, and she knows anything I can do to help her is exactly what I want to do, because I'm excited about this transition. And that's it.
Dr. White, if I may add, Dr. White knows Texas. She's held important positions at Midwestern and University of Texas at Tyler. She's been the provost at both. She was involved in the Sachs review of Sam Houston just a year ago, so she comes to the job quite familiar with Sam Houston already. So I'm glad we're to this point. I'm glad she accepted the role, and I'll turn it back to you, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, Chancellor McCall. Regents, do you have any questions or comments for Chancellor McCall or for anyone else?
No, sir.
If there are no other comments or questions, Regent Tinsley, do I hear a motion?
Mr. Chair, I move that Dr. Elisa White be appointed as president of Sam Houston State University with tenure as a full professor in the College of Mass Communication with a start date no later than August 10th, 2020.
Very good. Do I hear a second?
I'll second it. I'm Charlie Amato.
Thank you, Charlie. Motion made and seconded. Are there any objections to this motion? If there are no objections, then the motion passes unanimously, and please carry our congratulations to Dr. White, Chancellor McCall.
She is on the line. In fact, President White, would you care to say anything?
Sure, please.
Thank you so much for the opportunity. I'm so excited. Elliot and I are thrilled to be joining Sam Houston State University. And Dr. Hoyt was exactly right. When I met her a few years ago, we were talking about our respective institutions, and I knew that following her lead at Sam Houston would be an opportunity of a lifetime. She was in great shape. I was able to dive deeply into Sam Houston's work with students, transformative work in student success, and then also looking at their legacy of great athletics, great business sense, good financial footing. And Sam Houston State is the best opportunity in the country. And so thank you, Chancellor, for your confidence. Thank you, Regent, for allowing me to serve. I am just thrilled to roll up my sleeves and work for you, and I'll be there as soon as I can get there.
Regents.
Thank you, Elisa.
One last comment. During the interview, one of the interviews that I had with Dr. White, whose family is all in Texas, her father, her children, her grandchildren, including a brand new grandchild. And she said, I want to get back to Texas, but if this opportunity were in Michigan, I would take it. That's how much she believes in Sam Houston.
That's
Back to
great.
you, Mr. Chair.
Very good. Thank you. And thanks again, Dr. White. We look forward to meeting you face to face. This virtual meetings and what have you is very difficult when it comes to things like this, but hope you know that we're happy to have you, and frankly, Dana saying the things she did means a lot to all of us on the board. But moving on this afternoon, the next three items of business are academic and health affairs requests, modifying existing admissions requirements. And I'll ask Vice Chancellor Hake to lay out these three items.
Thank you, Chair Scott. Good afternoon. It's my pleasure to quickly provide a little background on the three similar academic affairs items. All are related to changes to college admissions criteria that will allow for test optional admissions for students starting in 2021. Per system policy and state statute, student admission standards are determined and prescribed by each component, subject to the review and approval of the board. Due to safety and health concerns related to COVID-19, the major college entrance testing organizations, namely SAT and ACT, canceled their test dates starting in March of this year, thus leaving a lot of high school juniors without a score to be used for their college applications that they will complete and submit as seniors. These testing cancellations have created significant concern about ensuring that all students will have equal access when tests begin to administer again, which is now scheduled for later in later in July into August and September. But these dates could change again based upon what happens with the virus. These tests are usually administered in settings with very large numbers of students present. Now, traditionally, our institutions, like many others across the country, have used college entrance scores from SAT and ACT in combination with their high school GPA, class rank to automatically admit a large percent of their first-time college applicants. And it's also not uncommon for these test scores to be considered in various scholarship applications as well. But nevertheless, for various reasons over the past several years, there has been a movement away from mandating the use of SAT, ACT in the admissions process to moving to making these tests optional. And COVID-19 has accelerated this process. Some institutions have moved to test optional to help create a more diversified pool of applicants. Others have found over time that the college entrance tests are not uniquely predictive of student success for all students, or at least institutions now have access to equal or better predictors that they can use instead. For instance, a lot of students are bringing in dual credit and also taking AP exams, for instance. For years, our universities have also utilized a process called holistic review to consider other admissions criteria when evaluating college applications that have not met the automatic admit criteria. For your review, during holistic review, institutions also consider items such as students' high school curriculum, success in dual credit and advanced placement courses, personal essays, high school activities, work experience, etc. Review process. And as a reminder, our universities typically admit 70% or more of the students that apply to our institutions, although this rate does vary by type of program. And of course, our state colleges are open admissions institutions that already do not require SAT or ACT for admissions. Thus, wanting to be responsive to these issues and to the national trends, Lamar University, Sul Ross State University, Texas State University are recommending moving to a test optional admissions process where college entrance scores will be used in the admissions process if submitted, but just not mandated for a complete application. And Sam Houston will also be bringing a similar item to the board for consideration at the August meeting. And I'd like to congratulate all of our campuses for continuing to be responsive to students and families of Texas. And that concludes my summary, and I'm happy to answer any questions.
Thank you, John. Regents, questions for Vice Chancellor Haig? If there are no questions, at this time, I'll ask Academic and Health Affairs Committee Chair, Regent Crane, to make the motions for all three items.
Thank you, Chairman Scott. I move that Lamar University be authorized to modify the existing undergraduate admissions criteria for the first time in college students to allow for test optional admission. This action will be effective for the fall 2021 incoming class. Back to you, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you. Do I hear a second?
Second. Regent Harrell.
Thank you, Nikki. Motion made and seconded by Regent Harrell. Any discussion? If there is no discussion, is there any objection to this motion? If there is no objection, then the motion passes unanimously. Please proceed, Regent Crane.
Thank you, Chairman Scott. I move that Sul Ross State University be authorized to modify the existing undergraduate admissions criteria for the first time in college students to allow for test optional admission. This action will be effective for the fall 2021 incoming class. To you, Mr. Chairman.
Do I hear a second?
Second, Tinsley.
Okay. Motion made and seconded by Regent Tinsley. Is there any discussion? If there's no discussion, is there any objection to this motion? If there is none, then the motion passes unanimously. Regent Crane?
Yes, sir, Chairman Scott. I move that Texas State University be approved to temporarily use a test optional approach for freshman admissions requirements for spring, summer, and fall classes of 2021. Chairman Scott.
Do I hear a second?
I'll second it. It's Charlie.
Second by Regent Amato. Any discussion? Is there any objection to this motion? Hearing no objection, then this motion passes unanimously. At this point, we don't have any other business before us. I do want to comment and say that Chancellor McCall and I and others on the board have been discussing our August meeting. And at this point, we've decided to wait until next week, sometime in the first part of next week, and re-examine the situation. And we have enough room to where we could delay one more week, approximately another week. But we're trying to make the right decision. I guess at this point, I'm going to ask Chancellor McCall to outline for you all of what's going on at other university systems in the state and who's doing what for the upcoming round of Board of Regents meetings. Chancellor McCall.
The University of Texas system is going to have a virtual board meeting. The A&M system will have a hybrid with some regents being present, some regents not, and others being virtually accessible. The North Texas meeting system will be meeting virtually. The University of Houston system is polling their board to determine what to do. If we proceed, it will be a scaled back board meeting. I've asked the presidents to bring only the vice presidents of academic affairs and finance. The students will not be at the board meeting. The placement in the medical school is such that we can socially distance. Each regent will have his own or her own desk, and we will be socially distanced. Food will be plated and will be spread out at dinner as well. So, Dana, is there anything you would like to add to that?
No, we're trying to do this in a manner that we could have distancing. Obviously, it's something that the board would have to decide in the next week or so, but we'll try and accommodate it as best as possible.
Okay.
So, Mr. Chairman, that's it as we know it. And the system will be ready to dart and spin and react.
You know, we're in a, thank you, Chancellor. You know, we're in a very unusual situation, trying to have our meeting in Conroe and have the new building opened, and Dana, you know, it's something we really would like to do, but we all know we have to be prudent here, and I think we'll take the time and look at this, but I just want, Dana, I know you've done work to get this set up and everything. I want you to know that we all want to be there. It's just a question of being safe and doing the right thing. You know, we don't want to break out among our leaders in our system, but we have a little more time. If there are no objections, we'll now adjourn the meeting. Is there any other comments or anyone else would like to make?
No,
Okay,
just brief
hearing
us on, no, I'm sorry. Brief us on the mask policy. Should we be wearing masks during the meeting also if we do social distance? That may be a good idea that everybody's recommending.
Yes.
So,
absolutely.
one thing I should mention, one thing we did have is that we have, for all of the board members and the chancellor, since it is live streamed, we've already acquired face shields. So you would have like a mask, but one that would be more readily visible and talkable through.
Okay.
Yeah, that's very helpful. Okay, if there are no other objections or other comments, we will now adjourn this meeting of the Texas State University System, and the time is 3:54. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you. Congratulations,
Thank you.
Elisa.